Welcome back. We're going to learn how to paint using the brush tool, paint bucket, and selection tool. The first thing that you need to do is to open the window that belongs to layers. In case you have it closed, come to the upper menu, click window, then select layers. We're going to have background and we're going to have this image. I downloaded the image from our webpage. You can find it in introvisual.weebly.com, the tab Exercise in Class Activity. Okay? You are going to be able to select between Taiga and Minnie Mouse. Today I feel like I want to work with the Minnie Mouse, and that's why I'm using her as an example. Now, the following step is to define how many layers you're going to have right here. The layers are going to be defined depending on how many parts you see on the drawing. You're going to consider the drawing that you have at your right. We have a bow, we have ears, we have the face, nose, mouth, and a dress. Now, how can we add layers? There are many ways. One way is clicking right here at the bottom, create a new layer, and then name it by double-clicking the layer. The second way is coming to the corner, select new layer. I'm going to name it as the other part, ear. The other way is going to the top menu, new layer. I'm going to name it as the face, or the shortcut, Command Shift N, and I'm going to name the nose, and so on. This is how you're going to do it. I'm going to make an example of 2 or 3 layers so you can continue doing the practice. The other step is to consider the areas that you are going to paint. As we're going to use the selection tool, you need to find out which area is closed and which area is open. I'm going to get closer so you can take a look to what I'm trying to explain. For example, I'm going to select the bow. Now, this is good. I made right now a mistake. In case you do this, it's because you have an empty layer. Everything is going to be selected. The image that has the reference is the background, so you have to be sure to be selecting background, okay? Command D to deselect. Now, I'm going to select the bow. I'm going to select it here, here, and here. Now, when I'm doing the selection, can you see that the background is selected too? The reason is because here is an empty space. Let's see another example. I'm going to do the selection of the ears. It's selecting this area, and you may say, why? Why is even the dress included in the selection? Well, here is an open area, and here you have another area. So, I'm going to deselect, Command D. I'm coming to the toolbar. I'm going to select the brush tool or press B on your keyboard. I'm going to be sure to have black and white in my toolbar. In case you don't have it, just click right here at the bottom. Let me get closer so you can take a look to it. This is going to give you a default color from white and black. This is going to be the foreground. This is going to be the background. And you can change it depending on what you're going to use. Okay? Now, as I already have selected my brush tool, I'm going to define the size of the brush. Right now, I already have it in 3. You can change it in different ways. One way is coming here to the upper menu and move the size depending on the number that you decide or that you need. Or you can come here to the image, right-click the mouse, and you can change it too. Now, I'm going to get closer because I need to be closer to take a look where I'm going to do all the drawings, okay? And all the painting. Now, you have to be sure to be on the background layer, and you're going to close all the areas that are open, okay? I'm going to close this area of the dress, the area of the eye. Now, I am not so sure if you can take a look that this black is different from this one. If I want to change the color, you have to press Option or Alt if you have a PC, and the color is going to change. Maybe the brush number is too wide. Let me see. I'm going to change it into 1 point. Okay, it's really small, right? And if I'm not wrong, out here, the nose, I can close it, and ready. I know it doesn't seem so nice, but don't worry, we're going to change it and we're going to transform it using the selection tool. Okay, once you have closed the areas of your drawing, we're going to start. In my case, I decided to work with the bow, right? So I'm going to select the magic wand. Remember that this is a selection tool. I'm going to be sure to be on the background. I'm going to click again, just the bow, and I'm going to go to the bow layer. Okay, now all the colors that I'm going to apply right here belong to the image that I have at my left. I'm going to select the brush tool again. I'm going to change the size of the brush. Probably is going to be 40 is going to be fine. And I'm going to select the lightest pink color. For selecting, I'm going to use the eyedrop. Okay, and then I'm going to go again to the brush tool and start painting right here. This is one way. I'm going to show you two ways, okay? Or probably three. We'll see. Now, I'm going to select the medium pink. If I don't want to come to the eyedrop and come here, you can press Option, and as you can see, it changed into the eyedropper. As I want a different result of the pink, for example, I want to have like really soft painting. Instead of having hard 100% in hardness, I'm going to put it soft, really soft. Then I'm going to continue painting right here, and I'm going to leave some spaces that are going to be light pink. Okay, if you want to change the size, feel free to do. Don't worry to get outside. Remember that the selection is the only area that is going to be painted. Okay, now I'm going to do here. I'm going to try to follow what we have right here. Is your first time using it? Don't panic if the result is not as perfect as you are wanting or expecting. Okay, now once you have it like this, you're going to select the darkest pink. Again, Option. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, and I'm going to start outside. Okay, now let's see. Remember that you can continue playing with the colors. I mean, if you made a mistake, don't panic. You can correct it. For example, I'm correcting right here. You can change the size. I'm going to make it smaller. And if you say, oh, Brenda, it doesn't look so real, don't panic. Remember that you can combine the colors, you can combine the sizes, okay? Let's see. I'm going to make it smaller again. And you're going to continue painting. Remember that this exercise is for you to find out how to paint. Now, if you believe that it's too strong and it's not so soft as you're wanting to or expecting to, on the top menu you have something that is called flow and that is called opacity. Opacity is going to give you a transparent color when you're applying it. Flow is going to measure the pressure that you are going to apply to the brush. And if you click the airbrush, the effect is going to be different. Now take a look, for example, from what I did, now how it's going to change. Okay, let me change the flow. And I'm going to do it here. and change it, the size. You see that I have to do more clicks to have the result that I want. Okay. Now, once you finished, I haven't finished, but I want you to know how to use the tools. Once you finished, you can do Command D. Okay, and this is how the bow looks. It's different from the reference because the reference has no line art. You know, there is no line right here at the corner of each element. Now, I'm going to do the ears. Oh, I miss an S. Here it is. I'm going to select it from the background. Again, I'm going to use the magic wand. And remember that Minnie, she has the other ear too. Now, we may think that everything is black and blue, and yes, instead of using the brush tool, I'm going to use the paint bucket, okay? I'm going to take the selection of the blue, and I'm going to select the layers named ears, okay? And I'm going to paint it here. Now, if I want to have this effect or this one that is a little bit hard, I'm coming to the brush tool. I'm going to select it into black, but because this is black, and instead of having in soft, sorry, I'm going to put hardness in 100, okay? And I'm going to paint it here. I'm going to do the same thing right here. I didn't like it that much. Let me undo. And right here. Okay, I have to change the flow, and I'm going to change the airbrush so it's going to be more specific. And I'm going, let's see, right here I'm not going to do it that hard. I'm going to do it a little bit soft. I'm going to change it so you can see like the gradient. I'm going to make the shadow and the shadow right here. Okay, once you have it, you press Command D. Now, probably there are going to be some areas that were not selected. Remember that the magic wand is not exactly like the best option to make selection. Don't panic. Remember that you can continue painting. I'm going to make it smaller, and I'm going to paint it right here. Now, I missed this spot. I can select it with the magic wand again. Remember, background is the one that has the reference. I'm going back to the layer ears, and I can paint it black or blue. It's really up to you. I'm going to paint it in black. Let's see how it looks. Or maybe blue. I'm not so sure yet. Once I have it, Command D. Now, this is good. I'm going to get closer. If you see that it doesn't look real, you can come again and paint it over it. Okay? The selection tool is going to do the selection depending on how you manage the tolerance. Remember that always. Now, as I have this small point right here, I'm going to do it really, really small. 1 point. Okay? Now, it doesn't look that bad, right? It's kind of looking 3D. Now, I'm going to do the face, and you're going to continue with the rest. Okay? The face and the nose. So this video is going to be a little bit long, but it's for you to help you. I'm going to do the face, so I'm going to select again the face. I'm going to see if everything is selected perfectly. I'm going to the layer face. I can use the brush or the paint bucket, it's up to you. I'm going to select the color. I'm going to change the size of this, and I'm going to paint it. There are some areas that are like brown. Let me select the color right here. That go right here. This is too much. Let me make the brush a little bit bigger. Okay. She looks like she's 10. She has the opportunity to go to the beach. Now, maybe just below the nose, right? Let's see, let me get closer. There you have it. Okay, and probably this is going to have not too much. Let's see how far I have to be. Right here. Okay, and right here. Now once you have it, Command D, and there you go. What we have been doing? We have been doing this. We have been painting the illustration in different layers. We have the bow, we have the ears, the face. And the last thing that I'm going to do with you is the nose. So I'm coming back to the background. I'm going to select it with the magic wand. I'm coming to the nose. The nose seems to be blue, right? So I'm going to paint it in blue. I'm going to do the shadows in black. And there's a little bit of light. So I'm going to change it. And there you go. There you have the nose of Minnie Mouse. If you want to add light, remember that you can use white or light blue on the ears and so on. This is how you're going to do the exercise. It's for you to practice so you can find out all the benefits of using Photoshop in bitmaps files, okay? Now remember, everything is in a different layer and the final result is going to be this. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you learn. Take care. See you soon.